Hey guys, Hybrid here. Obviously, I think enough time has gone by since Guardians of the Galaxy has come out. Not really, it's only been 2 days, officially 2 days, since it came out in the United States of America. But, I thought we could talk about something. So, mild spoilers for Guardians of the Galaxy, not mild, I guess somewhat decently heavy spoilers for Guardians of the Galaxy in this video. So in this video, I'll explain how they can introduce Nova into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I made a video about this before, where before the Nova Corps is going to be known to be in Guardians of the Galaxy, because it was uncertain if they'd ever be even mentioned. I made a video about, the fact that Iron Man could technically build a suit that replicates similar abilities to what Nova has, because, flight, energy projection, durability, it's all kind of similar to what Iron Man could replicate with an armor. Especially if, he could use Nova to carry on, kind of like the Iron Man-like hero thing. I don't know. I made it, though. It's been up there for quite some time on the channel, very, very far away now, deep buried in other videos. But this one, we actually got the Nova Corps in Guardians of the Galaxy, which opens up the Novas. One thing that was interesting to note, though, is that the Novas were not the Novas like they are in the comics. While they appear to be much more localized to Xandar, even though it seems like they are across space, because when John C. Reilly's character Day, who nice nod to comics because he dies for Richard Rider to become Nova, but he mentions getting Peter Quill before, which unless Peter Quill commonly goes to Xandar, I don't know, but. Anyways, the reason why or how they can do Nova basically is that at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy, the Nova Corps has the Power Gem. It's been revealed to be the Power Gem, which is interesting because I guess the Ether is Reality Gem. I'll make a video about that later, explaining more on that, because we all thought it was a Power Gem in Thor: The Dark World because it was red, like the Power Gem is red. But yeah. So anyways, yeah, they had the Power Gem now. Think about it like this. We saw that all of them all Infinity Stones operate on a similar type of energy. That's why Loki's staff, which has the Mind Gem, was able to penetrate the Tesseract's energy barrier, because Tesseract's the Space Gem. So, and we got to see also that Johann Schmidt, aka the Red Skull, was able to harness the energy of the Tesseract on Earth with World War II era technology. Think about that. Now think about not Guardians, but think about the Nova Corps. Highly advanced race compared to Earth, especially compared to the 1940s, 30s era. Who's to say they couldn't also harness that power? And if not harness that power, replicate a similar type of power, which could in turn be turned into the Nova Force. Because that's the thing I was thinking the whole time, how are they going to do the Nova Force if they do make a Nova movie? Because obviously they're going to want to make Nova like he is in the comics. And also, Xandar took a pretty big hit in Guardians of the Galaxy, at least personnel-wise, and I'm sure they're a bit shaken up in their infrastructure, which would be the perfect time to implement a new type of Nova. Now, obviously, they already have the Nova Prime, who's the leader of the Nova. It's kind of like a president. Actually, I don't even know if it's more of a president versus a prime minister or whatever have you, because they didn't mention if there's terms for Nova Prime or anything like that. But it'd be argued, obviously, that they would have the most exposure to the Nova Force and thus be the most powerful, like in the comics. And a hierarchy would be set up for that, like Centurion rank and, all the ranks downward after that. So it'd be pretty cool to see that. Richard Rider originally was going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy as a character as Nova in early drafts of the script. Obviously, that was taken out. He's not in it at all or mentioned whatsoever. But it's interesting to note that John C. Reilly's character, Roman Day, does get some depth to his character. And I thought that was really interesting because at this point, if they were to kill that character on later, I'd feel something actually for it, because we've kind of had a relationship built with the character. And if you don't know, Peter Quill is pretty good friends with Richard Rider Nova in the comics, and I'm sure I'm sure Peter Quill would love to find the person that takes over. I almost bit my tongue. Takes over for Day. When Day dies and his position gets passed on to someone else. So I definitely think that the Nova Corps could take the Power Gem make an artificial version of its powers, duplicate its powers, or maybe just harness its powers in general to make the Nova Force, which would be really cool to see, I have to say, because just thinking about the possibilities, like, this is really world-building stuff in this movie for, you know, other civilizations in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it's just really cool, because, in a sense, this movie gave us the origin, not only of the Guardians of the Galaxy, but the origin of the Nova Corps as we know them in comics, you know, with the Nova Force and all. So, comment below what your guys' thoughts. Do you think that the Power Gem will be harnessed to be the Nova Force in some way, shape, or form? Because obviously the Nova Force has to be involved for Richard Rider to become Nova, or at least there has to be something that's going to allow the Novas to be the human rocket Novas that we know from the comics. Like, I'm just waiting for it to happen. If they make a Nova movie, Richard Rider just flying off across like a desert or something in Nevada or, you know, some place like that, and then being like, man, he's like a rocket, like, I don't know, something like that. Just like a nice nod to his name. But yeah, comment below what your guys' thoughts. I know there's tons of Richard Rider fans out there, and Sam Alexander, but I'm sure they're going to do Richard Rider first. Because if they do the Black Dome Novas, that's going to take some more mythology explaining. And with the recent revelations in Nova Comics about the secret of the Black Supernovas, I doubt they're going to really want to go there. Just keep it simple with the Gold Dome Novas. And also it'd be pretty cool, because the Novas we got in the Guardians of the Galaxy are Silver Dome, really. So it'd be cool if, like, the Gold Dome Novas are, like, specifically selected Novas to get the Nova Force. So, yeah, comment below what your guys' thoughts, this hybrid, and I'll see you guys later.